Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week.
Very serious.
Today on the show, we talk about the fact that Copper and Kings has been acquired. My name is not Miss Becca Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Jeff and Drizzy and Jim Gokin.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey everyone.
That's Darren, by the way. He didn't introduce himself. So
Yep, nope.
I didn't change the scripts at all. I thought, I was getting ready to go in and change it today because Darren, after Becca bailed on me, he was like, hey, I could just fill in. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't realize he was on the shows already. So I was like, I don't need to redo these. Darren's already got the notes. So
Yeah.
I figured he could just.
I thought you did this intentionally just because it was going to be more fun. I was ready for this. So.
Yeah, it's a hoot. Let me tell you.
This time I introduced Steve, though. I didn't do that last time.
No, you missed Steve last time.
Yeah, so we'll see how he does. Yeah, in your mind, you just got to switch where it says Miss Becca Sue, says my name is, Darren MacLeod.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Maybe I'll just keep introducing myself as Miss Becca Sue, and we won't act like anything's different.
Sure, we'll just act like everything's normal. So there you go.
That's the way McNew would have done it. She just reads
of course, she does. She does. Well, there's some good McNew shows coming out where she talks. McNew's life is fascinating. I mean, the stuff she the fact that she wants to trade her car in and get a different one because it needs an oil change is just fascinating to me. And she's combative about it. Not like, hey, this is weird, or she's like, no, that's boys need to do that, not me. I don't. Well, first of all, you got divorced. So now it's just you. You don't have a boy now. So yeah.
Also, it's like $12. Any car shop you go to change oil.
And then the other thing that works against her is even if it's $12, she doesn't like that you have to pull up if you go to like a Valvoline or instant oil change, they have you pull up and they guide you in, so then they can lift the car up. She doesn't like doing that because she says she's not that good of a driver.
Oh, geez.
So it's a whole thing going on with McNew. I guess that senior citizen that she's dating, the guy with the boat, I guess she has bald tires, and he took her to the tire shop to get the tires changed. I'm sure, by the way, when it came time to pay, she just gave the look like, when they bend the neck, and it's just, I'm doing the look now. The audience can't see this, but she's, and your bill comes out to $611.12, and I'm sure McNew just said, that poor bastard had to pay for that shit. He just bought him a set of tires.
Oh man,
most expensive boyfriend she's ever had.
So yeah. So she refused to do it. He was like, "It's a safety issue," and she was like, "I'm not doing it." So then he was like, "I'll make the appointment. I'll go with you." So yeah, it's crazy. So So McNew has new tires. If anybody's worried about her driving around, she's okay.
I'm worried about her driving around, whether she's got new tires or not.
This is true.
If you're not a good enough driver to get into a Valvoline,
when they're giving you direction,
I'm worried.
Yeah, she still needs the oil change too, by the way. So yeah, so if anybody wants to step up and drive McNew's car to the oil change place, she'd appreciate it. You got to pay too, by the way. So yeah.
At least I'd rather pay for an oil change than a tire change.
Tires,
yeah. The boat
I'm
guy did the heavy
She's never
lifting.
been to a car wash then.
No, she's she said she tried, but she can't get it on the tracks. So, so she mentioned that in the episode. If you hear that episode, she talks about that. Yeah. So
Another one where they're guiding you.
classic.
Yeah, she's something, man. I'll tell you what, the stuff she gets into when she gets into the shit she doesn't like, it's hilarious. So yeah, she's one of a kind, and we definitely appreciate her. So if she's listening, we love you, McNeil, for sure. Keep being you, because we need it. That's good for the air, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, you said there's something you want to talk about before we start talking about Copper and Kings. What is that, sir?
Yeah. So yesterday I was on a little road trip and coming back home, and I realized I wanted a snack. What's your go-to snack on a road trip? And we can even split it into summer and winter if you need to.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's the same.
Yeah, for me, it's the same. Yeah.
Cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers. I mean, I like beef jerky. So if that's where I go. So if you're talking about stopping and going someplace, I'm stopping at the gas station. I'm gonna get beef jerky, and then I'm gonna get the jalapeno Cheetos and a water, and I'm good to go. I'm good for another 500-600 miles. You just refuel me with that. I gotta fill up the car and get that, and I'm good to go. I'm ready to roll.
Yeah.
What type of beef jerky? What's your go-to?
I mix it up, so it depends. It's very expensive.
It is crazy.
It is crazy.
Have you ever been to one of those beef jerky emporiums?
No. Is it cheaper there?
Oh no! It was like $25 to $28 a pound for freaking beef jerky at one of these. Like you walk into a saltwater taffy place. It's kind of like that, but it was like all big game. I mean, they had elk beef jerky. They had
right.
That's not
kangaroo beef jerky, all kinds of different crap. But it was I picked one of the things up and I looked at it and I was like, oh my God.
Right. The kind that I would ideally like to get, again, not a brand or anything like that. What I would look for is the hot and spicy and, the stuff that's, flat, but also pliable. Not the super hard stuff where it's like you got to put it in your mouth and let it dissolve a little bit before you can start chewing. I don't like that kind. I like the stuff that's a little pliable that you can bite and chew. Now, but when that's too expensive, because sometimes you go there and everything's, 20, so then I'll get like the meat, some sort of meat sticks or something. Yeah. Those are more affordable. So
Slim Jims.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I one time got one of the rigid ones, where it doesn't ply at all.
When I got the rest of the day to finish that thing, yeah.
And I was like, "Why the hell does this exist?"
I don't know.
The worst thing ever.
Like shoe leather.
Yeah.
Now I know to check. So
yeah, I check. I test. Yeah. Well.
Can I bend it?
So Gokin, you said meat and cheese and crackers. Is that what you bring with you, or if you're stopping, what are you getting if you're stopping?
Well, if I'm stopping, probably gonna get some kind of nuts.
Yeah. Gokin and
beef jerky if I can get it, but it's just so damn expensive. Yeah.
Gokin and I deal with the same thing. Our wives, when they're on road trips, like to get like a real meal, and we just want to get in the gas station and go. And then they all both are willing to go make a concession and go through the drive-thru. Well, shit, that takes forever.
Yeah,
it's just time when I could be on the road. I want to be back on that road.
If we're going anywhere for more than a couple of hours, we're packing some kind of snack from home.
Right,
and it's 90% of the time it's going to be cheese, crackers, and like some salami cut up, or
what type of cheese?
Well, I'm a big cheese hound, so it's either going to be, I'll probably have some pepper jack, some white cheddar, some sharp cheddar, and
okay.
Those are the three big ones.
That's the three big ones.
Yeah,
okay.
White cheddar, like aged, like Vermont white cheddar.
Do you ever go up to Wisconsin and get just a cheese tent there, cheese hut? Those things are fantastic. Their cheese is better there. I got to give it to Wisconsin. Their cheese is better.
Yeah.
The stuff from Vermont's pretty good too, by the way. But Wisconsin is like in the culture. It's like in the culture there. They're everywhere.
I was really spoiled in South Dakota. We had a cheese plant right in town, and they made most of their stuff for craft, but they packaged their own. You just walked into the office and they had a little fridge right there, and you could buy 1 pound blocks of all kinds of. It was fabulous cheese. So really good.
Nice. We had one of those. We had a farm in Missouri, and there was a cheese factory in the town, and we would go there and buy a box was 4 horns, and you got 4 round, tall logs of cheese that were like 14 to 16 pounds each.
Damn.
With cheesecloths and then like a heavy red wax on it.
Yeah.
And we would buy those a box of 4 of those at a time and bring it home. And
did that place go out of business, or
it did.
Shit, it sucks.
Yeah.
I want to go there. I didn't know
it
about
went out
this.
of business, but now we get the same cheese made by somebody else now at I would say Amish, but it's really not Amish. It's a Mennonite store.
Okay.
And they're smaller logs. They're only about 8 pounds. But they're, round and I don't know, foot long.
Yeah. Yeah. I spent the morning making some Parmesan crisps. You ever do that? I had bought a cheese wheel, and then so it's like now I'm getting rid of it. So I used about half a cheese wheel. I spent the whole morning making Parmesan crisps, which are fantastic, man.
Nice.
God damn, those are good. I'm gonna bring some to Cards, Darren, if you like Parmesan cheese crisps. You definitely gotta like Parmesan to like these things, though, man. They're powerful. They're good. I love them.
Well, I had Parmesan cheese French fries last night.
Oh, damn.
Parmesan garlic cheese French fries. Holy cow.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, you asked the question. What's your go-to? You stop in, you pull into the gas station. What are you going for?
Well, this wasn't a gas station. I was coming home yesterday, and I got a hankering for an ice cream cone. So I had to pull into a Dairy Queen and just got the biggest vanilla cone. I just love a vanilla cone in the summer.
Sure.
And you got to eat it fast enough so it's not running down to your hand when you're
I'm a professional.
That's no driving. Problem.
Well, that sent you back like $7.50.
No, it was $5.03.
$5.03 for a cone. Damn.
Ice cream cone.
That's kind of wild. Kind of
wild. Yeah, I haven't got one of those in a long time. I had no idea.
It was good. Hell, it's good.
Oh,
but
sure.
In the winter, I think I tend to go more salty, so it's some kind of chips, and it'll vary. But
well, throw us out something.
Generally spicy, generally not.
Yeah, no, usually just give me a plain potato chip and I'm happy. So
okay.
I don't know what those munchos are made out of, but some kind of potato byproduct, and they're thin and crispy and salty and delicious.
Well,
I didn't
like
know
the
they
munchos.
Still made those anymore.
They're super salty. Those are things are like
munchos.
Like 3 times
really
as salty
popular
as
when I was in high school in the vending machine.
Yeah.
They were $2.99. She said, "Do you want the penny?" Nah, put it in your little cup.
Yeah. Oh, look at you, Mr. Big Shot. Mr. Big Shot. Yeah, just leaves that behind.
Right.
No big deal. Yeah. Well, so very nice. All right. On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Gokin this time. What do you got there, sir?
Talking about brandy, I have some Nobleton's apple brandy.
Okay, not much there. It's themed to the episode, kind of, but in terms of cork pop, not good. Darren, what do you got?
I have Still 630, their Rally Point Big O ginger liqueur cast strength finished whiskey.
Okay. Wow, that was really good.
That's good.
Yeah, that hurt actually.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough to beat. I think I'm gonna switch things up here based on new evidence. What do I want to move this to? Oh, here we go. Uncle Nearest.
There you go.
All right, here we go. That was decent. A little bit of slosh there that surprised me, but not enough to take over Darren. Darren had a pretty explosive one there, but we got one more to go. Oh, Demetrius Kane Fest on there. Jeff, what do you got?
So I've got some Far North Spirits Rocknar. It's their 100% rye.
Okay. Ooh. Oh. Gokin, we're going to throw it to a you. We're going to throw it to a judge here.
That was crisp, but I don't think it was as bulky as
Okay.
Darren.
I think you made the right call. Jeff had a little bit of splash on the back end there too.
So wrong, but it's his birthday, so
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
By the way, he was within his legal ability to do what he did there. You can complain and whine. Whining's okay. You can't change it though. You can't change it, nor can you appeal it. You can't be like, Swyatt, listen to this. No. Once we throw it to a judge, it's over.
Send him a formally worded email message.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, if we come back, last time we did a show with Darren as the host, we almost didn't come back. We just all were sitting here looking at one another. What happens next? We don't know. Becca's not here to tell us, so we don't know.
What do I do?
Yeah,
shows don't function without you, Becca.
There you go. We'll be talking about Copper and Kings getting bought out. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. Solid cork pop.
And then I threw the cork on.
Solid cork drop.
Yeah, terrible cork pop. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily. I'm a big bourbon guy.
Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about Copper and Kings and their new owners.
Becca's on sure ground now. She's going to come back for contract negotiations after this mess. So yeah, just real quick, just for history here. So this is not their first buyout, by the way. So in 2014, Copper and Kings was started by Joe and Leslie Herson. They started the brand, and then in 2020 they sold out to Constellation Brands. Constellation Brands is kind of one of those mid-level ones that owns some brands, but then they do tend to, I guess, get them ready to sell off again, because it seems like they've done this a couple times. Where
I was going to say, it's not the first time they've done this.
Yeah. So in 2025, they were bought out by a new parent company that is going to be buying multiple things. Obviously, I don't think this is their end-all be-all, because they've named their company the Bourbon Spirits Company, and the first acquisition acquisition is a brandy company. Which
they're not living up to their name yet.
No. So they've got to make some more acquisitions. And I don't know who the ownership group is, but I just read that it's a new group that is looking to buy and manage some different companies. To their credit, they are on the Bourbon Trail, which I don't know exactly how they got in, Copper and Kings. That's a weird thing. They were trying for a while, didn't make it in. And then eventually it's like, well, they heard they made it in. So I think they just wrote a bigger check is what that probably all comes down to.
They have released bourbons before.
But they released their bourbons after they were on the Bourbon Trail, which is
okay. Cool.
And maybe that was part of it. Maybe you got to have some sort of bourbon.
We have bourbon coming.
Right. So I don't know for sure. Again, I don't know anything about that. Just speculation. So who knows? Who knows? But yes, they have released bourbon, and I don't know if that's ongoing or it was like a one-off release. I'm not sure. I've been to Copper and Kings before several times, but I haven't been there in a long time though.
Yeah,
and they're making their own distilling and everything, Steve.
Kind of.
Especially the brandy they are.
Kind of. Okay. So again, they don't have. I mean, if you look around there, they are distilling, in terms of the brandy and stuff like that. But they don't mash or anything like that. They don't cook. So all that's done and sent to them from California. So they're getting that in, shipped to them, ready to go, and then they do distill it. Then so that's their process for distillation.
Is Constellation out of New York?
I'm not sure where Constellation's out of. Why?
Because I don't know why, but I always thought Copper and Kings was a New York company.
Oh no, they're Louisville.
They're in Louisville.
Yeah, and that's
maybe that parent company, Constellation.
Constellation might be. They own like Pinnacle Golf and so they're diversified. They're not just in the spirits world. So
they owned
a bunch of stuff.
High West for a while.
Yes, yeah, same thing, and they sold that off.
They own Corona, Modelo, and Pacifico.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So they own beer. Yeah. They get, like I said, they dabble in a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure.
So is Borden the guy? Borden he's with Constellation. He's not with this new company.
I don't think so. No.
And the new company you said was Bourbon
Spirits Company.
Bourbon Spirits.
That's a creative name there.
Burden Spirits Company.
Burden Spirits?
Yeah. So it is that guy.
Okay.
What the hell is this?
I think you said Borden is his name. Is it Burden or Borden?
I don't know. I would Burden maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
It's Bourdon. It's just like bourbon
Bourbon.
with a D. One letter off.
Okay, that's how I missed. I saw that wrong. So yeah.
This is a much better name.
It is a better name for if you're getting into things beyond bourbon for sure.
I like to name things after myself.
Yeah.
Rob Burden.
Rob Burden. Okay.
Yeah.
Bourbon.
One of the things that I think is the best for everyone involved in this scenario is Copper and Kings really has a cool atmosphere.
It does.
I go there a couple times when I'm in Louisville because they're also a distillery that's open later, and they just have the right vibe about them. They have a really cool place to hang out. They do good cocktails. That
overlook their soccer stadium.
Yeah, overlook the soccer stadium.
Oh.
It is a really cool place to go hang out, and I think that's what is going to help keep these distilleries going when we're going through some of these tough times that we're talking about, right? And if you have that atmosphere where people hang out, I've always lived by the simple rules: if you build it, they will come. From the best movie ever made, Field of Dreams, and or at least that's what my dad has indoctrinated me into believing.
Go the distance.
Yeah.
But you have that awesome atmosphere, and new ideas and new everything will only add to that. You can't strip away an atmosphere like that place has. So it really, there is enough room for like a purchaser to be like, yeah, we can do a couple more cool things here, and let's get a slushy machine or whatever, right? And so that is, I think that is the highlight of this purchase is that, and Constellation is good with what they do. Everyone that they have flipped that I know of, they've made money on. So they don't leave it in bad circumstances.
Constellation doesn't strip stuff away. Yeah, they're definitely building it up. So yeah,
that's interesting because I mean, you will buy a bottle of something where you had a great experience. I don't know if that always translates into repeat customers. I don't know. I've seen enough breweries that, they have a great tap room, they've got great product, but they don't have the distribution. They can't get in where they want, and they're gone. So I always wonder about that. But you are going to build some following, certainly, especially in a place like Louisville where you've got a lot of people coming through. So
I was going to say, you can do a lot of tourism. Everyone that goes to Kentucky is like, or can hear from, I'll be like, oh, hey, Copper and Kings is awesome. You should go check it out. It's not a whiskey place. Don't expect whiskey. Drink some brandies. And it's just a really cool place, right? And so, especially in a town like Louisville where people are always coming in, I think that's a big plus.
Yeah.
I think it's key, like you said, Darren, the experience. If you've got something other than just the drink, because then you're going to be more likely to pull somebody in who is not necessarily a bourbon fan that's in the group that might but, oh, hey, I heard Copper and Kings has this cool experience that we could go do, and there's drinks for you, but there's an experience for me, and we all win.
Yeah.
Something to do, and like Jeff says, I think I totally agree. I've made some purchases on good experience that I won't purchase again, but the experience was good, and it made me buy something.
Yeah,
at the time.
If you're at home and sharing it with someone, you can retell the stories, and it's
exactly.
all part of it. That's all part of the experience, the journey.
Right. Yeah. They need to, they're not looking for my advice, but if I had some advice, they need a personality there. Someone associated with the brand that is known by the public that becomes a draw to bring you in there. I don't know anybody from that distillery. So it would be nice if they pump somebody up. And I know there's danger in that because, if you get in a situation where the person leaves, you've spent a lot of money kind of building them up, which may lead them to getting something else. So I get it when brands don't do that. But I think brands that don't have someone associated with the brand, I think they suffer for it. They become, kind of obsolete. Look what's happened to Whistle Pig. They used to be a well-known entity. I don't hear anything about them anymore. And then there's certainly other examples.
To Louisville.
Yeah, they're taking over Louisville. They're going to be on the Bourbon Trail too. So, yeah. Which is incredibly interesting to me. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
We make rye, but we'd like to be on the Bourbon Trail if you
don't
mind.
Yeah.
The three biggest things I've thought about this for a while about distilleries is you need a personality, you need good product, and you need an atmosphere. They have two of the three because they make really good brandies. They do. Some of their cast strength brandies are amazing.
Cast strength brandies are great. Yeah. I should open this one up. I got one here. This is great.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Really great. I should have done that.
The labels are awesome, but you're right. They do not have any front-facing face. And I think if you want to try and invest in somebody and build them up, you call him the brandy specialist, right? Because there's not that many full brandy distilleries. Oh, this guy is Mr. Brandy, right? And just build up that brandy side of him so he's less appealing to be sniped by somebody else, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. And maybe it's more of a master blender role than a master distiller, right? And talking about the flavors of the grapes and where all the grapes come from, something like that.
Yeah, they could build it up pretty quick, I would think. Interest in that because I don't think they have. I think they are certainly the biggest, brandy distillery in the United States. I would assume. I don't know of anybody else that's, on a small scale. I mean, in Missouri we have several brandy distilleries, but they're tiny. I mean, they really just service out of their gift shop. But this is a place that has some size. Not that they're nationwide by any means, but I think they could build up to nationwide recognition. And
for sure.
Yeah. So, and they have the street cred of being the only distiller to ever kick Jennifer Lawrence off of a tour. Hollywood, I don't know if she's ever won an Oscar, but she's certainly been nominated. Yeah. Alan Bishop, back in the Alan Bishop days, Alan wasn't, to this day, isn't really involved in pop culture and stuff like that. And Jennifer Lawrence is on there, and she's, on her phone and stuff like that, because she's a star. She's a star. She's like an A-list star.
Yeah, A-list might not even be high.
Yeah, and she's from Kentucky, and I guess she was in town seeing some friends, and that's so she goes on the Copper and Kings tour, and Alan got sick of her being on her phone and stuff like that, and he kicked her off. And of course, what she does right away, she leaves. What can you do? You get kicked off a tour, you got to leave, right? So, of course, but she calls her assistant or whatever he calls the owner of the company. The assistant has a way to get a hold of the owner. I don't know how to call the owner. This is back when the Herons owned it. I would know, but the assistant can track them down, and they're like, "You just kicked Jennifer Lawrence off of a tour." Got all kinds of trouble for that.
She's on her damn phone.
I had never heard that story before.
It's awesome. It's an unbelievable. It's an epic story.
The next week, he was at Spirits of French Lake.
That might have been on purpose. That just garnered some news.
Yeah. It's pretty wild to think about.
I mean, what made them decide to go to Kentucky to open a brandy company?
Yeah, I don't know.
That just seems odd to me. It seems like California is the place to be if you were going to make brandy.
You think maybe they wanted to get in the business and felt that it was saturated. Which again, you go look back to when they were coming on, but it's maybe a thing like Rolling Fork. I can't. Again, I don't want to talk for Joe and Leslie. I don't know what the real answer is, but I can only be like Turner Wathen. Turner Wathen, his family is one of the biggest distilleries. The Wathens were one of the biggest before Prohibition, and he decides he wants to get involved in the spirits game. Well, he doesn't start a bourbon distillery because he thought there's too many of them. And how do you stand out in that? So he starts doing rum. And maybe that was their same thing. We'll do something different, another distilled spirit to give people a break from bourbon. Maybe they want to see something different. And I think that was the idea. And it sounds kind of along the lines of that's what they wanted to do, because they clearly wanted to tap into the bourbon fans because they were always trying to get on the bourbon trail.
Yeah.
And again, they were told no multiple times, but they kept trying to get on there. So clearly the idea was, hey, this is something a little bit different. You kind of know it because you know distilling, but come by and see us. So I guess that's it, I guess.
Well, if they were trying to get on when they first started, that was when the bourbon trail was 7 to 8 distilleries. If you could get on there, that was, you were gonna get all those passport people who had to go there to to get the stamp, which seems I don't know. I find it odd that they continued to push to get on it now when they're one of 60.
Right. Yeah.
They don't stand out really.
When were they able to join?
Like 3 years ago or something like that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if it. Do you know what the actual rule is to be on the bourbon trail? Like, does a certain percentage of your sales have to be bourbon?
Does the check cash?
I think it's does the check cash actually.
Okay.
There's just another one that announced they're coming on the bourbon trail, and I don't think they even make whiskey. It was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So.
Okay. So not even a certain percentage has to be bourbon or anything like that. You have to have at least bourbon in the last 5 years.
Years ago, yes, that's when they were trying to get on. The answer was, you don't make any bourbon. We can't have you on here. It's the Bourbon Trail. The bourbon's in the name, but then, then that loosened up, and then once you bend the rules, there's always another way. Yeah, exactly. So that all goes out the window, and you just start doing whatever. Okay. So yeah. So, yeah, and again, the another just obvious head scratcher is Whistle Pig. They talk about bending the rules. So they're going to come in. They're going to have this mini still that's just going to be enough to make stuff for the gift shop. Maybe they're going to get a tiny still, but when you have the still, you can get a DSP that allows you to get a place, and then also allows you to get another one. So they're going to have 2 places in Kentucky. Whistle Pig is. And it's crazy. And the amount of bourbon that they have, what do you think that's going to relate to? It's going to be, they're not making bourbon on their regular still. And for the most part, they're still sourcing.
They have piggyback bourbon.
Yeah, they have the piggyback bourbon now. They have 2 different bourbons. They have a high rye and a wheated.
That they don't make, right? That's not anything they make.
Piggyback is supposedly or farm stock is what it's called, is all their stuff, is all off of their still.
Is that bourbon?
Yes, the farms. One of the bourbons is in that farm stock collection.
Okay.
And there's a rye on there too. But that is my understanding is that the farm stock is made up in Vermont, and there is.
But does that? Again, does that matter on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail?
Well, no. I'm not arguing that point at all. I'm just saying they do. I think they shouldn't have gone. I think they're trying to be something they're not. But I said that on the show that we talked about them going to Louisville.
But from theirs, I think it's a good move from their perspective. I would think that's going to drive some traffic.
I think it's definitely good for them because they've lost their
mojo,
their talk. Yeah, their mojo. Exactly. You don't hear anybody talk about.
I think the better way to do that is to be different. You stay in Vermont and kill the Northeast, be the most visited distillery there. Open up that farm like they've been talking about doing for years, and make a killer experience out at the farm. Like people have been wanting that forever, ever since they heard about the Whistle Pig Distillery being on a farm.
Yeah,
and
I assume it's not going to happen. There's got to be some sort of logistic issues, zoning. There's got to be something because it seems like they'd already have it open if they could.
Yeah, I think it would have been better to dump what money you're trying to get here to fixing that, and I think you could have made a lot more money quicker. But that's just my thought.
I was just wondering if Whistle Pig lost somebody key, and
no, they lost two people key. They lost their master distiller, a nationally known personality, and then their owner, their founder, got kicked out of the company. So
that makes sense. And you start.
Dave Pickerel died, and then Raj got kicked out within a couple of months of one another, and so basically it's like start over. You got to blow the thing up, but they haven't had anybody step up into those roles. Either one, where it's like I don't know who the owner is now. I don't know who their distiller is now. I have no idea. It's not like I know
trying
who
to
they
find
are.
their way with some new things.
Yeah, and that's been years ago, though. Unfortunately.
And so then opening up 2 tasting rooms when you don't even have like the face that you want to promote all of these, be in every single photo, seems silly to me.
But it does seem like they really invested in a cool place. And again, I'm just remembering back from that show. It seemed like it's going to be pretty awesome. But
I don't disagree with that. I think it's going to be awesome, and like for Kentucky, I think it's going to be a great way for people to try a bunch of rye because that is still what they're known for.
Right.
But
I also think it's going to be interesting to see how's it accepted. Number one, by native Kentuckians. Are they going to all go there or do they spurn it and be like, no, this isn't Kentucky? And then the same thing with visitors. Probably to a lesser degree matters to visitors. I don't know.
So I do hear a lot of times in the shop people bring up Whistle Pig still. Like it doesn't seem as relevant to us because we haven't drank it in a while. There are people that really enjoy their stuff and follow everything they do still. So there is a whole other curtain there. It's just not usually where we hang out, I think.
Okay. Maybe. I guess. I don't know. I work in the shop too, and I don't hear anybody talking.
You never hear anyone say the only ryes they've ever tried are Whistle Pigs and they like them?
No.
I probably get 1 or 2 new people a day on average. Sometimes like Saturdays there'll be more, but it happens quite often. So
yeah, no, I don't hear anybody.
That's interesting that Steve, you're not hearing that. And
no.
Maybe I remember it because I try not to roll my eyes every time, but I have to actively remind myself. So that might be why it's more prevalent in my mind.
It could be. Well, there you go. There's a little bit about what's going on with Copper and Kings, new owners. We'll see what they do. See if they can inject some excitement into the place. And there's potential there. Like I said, in Darren's thing, they got 2 out of 3, and I agree with that. They got 2 out of 3. Yeah. So can they bring back some excitement to the place and get some enthusiasm and people there? So we'll see. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Gokin.
I'm on Facebook at Jim Gokin and Instagram at Jimmy Big Hands.
Darren.
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. Darren, anything else to say before we get out of here?
Yes. I would just like to remind everyone to give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Adios.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.